Hey, good people, how are you? Tiff Marsha here from Clear Resource Marketing, and we're going to talk about quality. We're going to talk about quality, how do you sustain your quality, and yeah, because quality matters. So I don't know why, when I go to different restaurants, a lesson always comes to mind as it relates to what I do. So if you don't know, I help coaches and consultants systemize their business so that they love it all over again. So I shift from social media to systems. Because your business doesn't have a system, you just have a hobby. You just have chaos and you have no organization. So I can help you with that. But anyway, so let's just think about it. So a few days ago, I talked about my pork chop story. So just a quick review if you didn't get that story. So I went to a business and I called my order in. I didn't intend on going to that particular place of business, but I was like, you know what, since I'm in the area, let me go ahead and just, order me a good old meal. So I got there to get my meal. And while I was waiting to pay, one of the waitresses was, handling the cashier. One of the waitresses was handling the cash register, and she was also taking orders. So while she was on the phone, she was like, she was like, oh, well, yeah, you didn't come to get your sandwich in time. Well, ma'am, it was 20 minutes and you didn't come get it. That's why your sandwich was cold. So from that dialogue, I could infer that someone was calling about their sandwich being cold or not being prepared. So the whole time she's like, man, you didn't come get your sandwich. You late. You was late. It sat here long. That's why it's cold. Wait. Pause. Fill in a break. So you have a customer, right? Who is upset about his or her woman. Upset about her sandwich being cold. So instead of trying to work out a solution for the client, the employee at that time placed blame on the client. Now, if your food sit for 20 minutes, it's going to get cold, especially a pork chop sandwich, because if it's fried or baked, however, you want a thing nice and fresh and juicy. But the client was not satisfied. So at this point, the worker goes, I know, ma'am, I know, So at that time, the manager was like, let me talk to her. And the manager was like, the owner was like, well, when did you place your order? I'm like, all this dialogue when y'all can just refry another pork chop sandwich. Some battles are not worth fighting, even if the customer in that case should have arrived earlier, right? The restaurant could have picked up the phone and say, hey, are you still interested in your order? Your order is ready. Just a courtesy reminder, things like that. Because now, since they went through all that back and forth, placing blame on the client, this restaurant may now lose out on that client forever. And most likely, this client will go out and tell other people about her bad experience. Today, I went to a restaurant, to pick up a quick dessert rather. I got the dessert and I was like, okay, this looks different. Maybe it changed. So I asked for the specific person. I was like, did so-and-so make this? And the girl was like, what? So I asked 3 times, mentioning the person's name. Oh, I don't know who made it. Cool, no problem. Because this is an eatery where, they have partnered with a local baker and she brings her goods, or at this point, I don't know who it is. Anyway, I could tell by looking at the dessert that I purchased that it was not made by the original person. But at this point, it doesn't matter. I've been in the line for 15 minutes. Let me just get what I paid for and pull off. And I just kept saying, this just don't look right. This does not look like the product that I'm used to getting. So you know how it is. When you have taste for something, okay, and especially when you don't feel like making it yourself, you go and buy it. But when you have taste for something, you need that something to hit the spot. And I just kept saying something. I said, but you know what? I'm just going to still taste it. Even if it's not the same person, maybe, I'm, getting a preview to another local baker that's good or whatever. So I unlid my dessert and I was like, it don't even smell the same. Okay, we're talking about quality. We're talking about quality and customer experience because we're in business for our customers, our clients. You're in business because of them, right? To help and serve them. So I already knew because what I was used to was not what I had in my hand. First of all, it looked different. And I was right away like, it looked different. Then it smelled different. I took the lid off and like this, it just hit me. I'm like, this don't, you know how your guy used to say, this box bread or this is instant. That's how that was. And then I said, you know what? And then the utensils that I received, you know how you get the packed utensils. There was a fork and there was a knife, no spoons or whatever. So I get the knife just to stick it in there. And I was like, no, this is not it. So why does this matter to your business? Consistency in your quality is so important. This is why when you go to the store, sometimes you might see a brand post a seal or some type of symbol or some lettering that says new look, same great taste. New look, same quality. Many times we try to make our businesses better by fixing things that are not broken. Or we take different routes to fix things, maybe to move the bottom line or even to save money. So let's just say, for example, hypothetically, this restaurant that I patronize, maybe they were trying to, do something in-house so that they could save their monies. Whatever the reason is, the quality has not been consistent, right? Did I blast this business? No. Did I go on their Facebook page and say something about them? No. What did I do? I went to their inbox and I said, hey, this is not what we're used to from your business because your business has been in this place for years. Your business has been in the city for years. This is not what we're used to. So how does this apply to my business, your business, and all of our businesses, or even your nonprofit organization? You want to have a way that you can measure how well you're taking care of people. Because I know sometimes we love to hear the positive, but do you have a system in place to where you are questioning people so that you can get their feedback? Because I know that we don't like to get negative feedback, but it is the very thing that can help you take your business to the next level. So I specifically work with coaches and consultants. So when you're working with your clients, how do you measure how well your business runs? And most times we don't have systems in place. We don't have any organization in place. We just do business. We just run and rip and run, and we just do business any kind of old way, only because we do what we know. We do what we know. So how do you take care of your customers, and how do you know that you're taking great care of them? That is so important. So then I get to the line to get my dessert. Right away, I'm like, okay, this don't even look the same. And it was just a cup of nothing. I'm going to just say that, right? Because it just had a lot of filler stuff in there. And when it comes to our food, we serious about our food. Anybody feel me? Like, y'all know what I'm talking about? When it comes to the food, we are serious about our food. And when someone pays you for a service, they're serious about that service as well. So you want to have an easy and organized process for your business, because first touch is everything. First point of communication is everything. If you have interns and team members, you want to make sure that he or she is trained and acclimated to the way that you run your business, but you have to have a system. Here's how I first found out that my business did not have systems a few years ago. I had one of my former students. I was also her cheerleading coach. So she knew my professional side, and she knew I coach marching on play side, right? So she was able to work with me. But when it came time to train her to duplicate my process, I didn't know where to start, because we're working in our businesses and we're doing everything ourselves, but we don't really have an established way to teach other people what we do so that we can scale and duplicate. Because if we're doing everything in our business is not growing. So honestly, ask yourself, are you organized? Do you have a system in place? I get to the window. Here's just another scenario at the same location. So I was like, okay, well, can I have a menu? Can I have a menu to go? Because it looks like your menu has changed. Some products have changed. Just been some changes since I've been here. So can I have a menu to go? And the young lady was like, "Oh, yeah, we have menus. One moment, no problem." She came back to the window seconds later. "Oh, well, I can't find any." I said, "Sis," I said, "Sweet," and I said, "Sweetheart, it's okay, no problem. I don't want to hold up the line." So that's another important piece. Do you have anything that people can take away from your company? Do you have any takeaway pieces? Because that's a marketing tool. I could have taken that physical menu and then left with that menu to go about to other places, right? I could have dropped that menu off so someone else can read it. I could have ordered again, despite my having a not so good experience with the dessert, right? I could have still been a patron of this business. So she said, "We can't find any right now." No problem. I don't want to hold up the line. Pull off. So disappointed, I inboxed this business, right? And I let them know. Thankfully, they replied quickly, which was great. They were not upset. They embraced my feedback. And then they did clarify that, ma'am, at the moment, we are not, issuing paper menus because of the pandemic and cool. So I said, "I get it. Thank you for letting me know. Would you consider a contactless, touchless way to share your menu, such as a QR code? With a QR code, you can just open up your camera and then somebody can literally open their camera and now they have the menu where? On their phone." So it was better than paper because now I have your product on my phone, but that's called having a system. So when people see you, right? When people see you out and about, when they comment on your post, "Oh, girl, I need your services. I need your coaching. I need this. I need that." What is your system to even get their information? Because here's what happened, y'all. We sit back. We be sitting and waiting. We sit and wait for people to come to us. But when most people need what you have, you've got to go to them first. Because here's one thing. If you remember anything that I say, remember this. People need reminders. Consumers need reminders. Okay? You do what you do all day. They know. I'm going to repeat that. You do what you do all day. The consumer doesn't. So while you're doing your life coaching and your consulting, you're in that all day. Like you in that. Your potential client is not. So what you do, they have forgotten about. So you have got to follow up with them. But how can you do that if you don't have an organized and systemized way to contact people? So you need lead management. That is so important. And then you need easy booking. How can people listen? Most of my bookings, and for my clients, most of the bookings come in outside of business hours, right? Whenever you work with Clear Resource Marketing, we have business hours. And listen to this. You may work around the clock, but your client does not need to know that. So if you're up working at 10, 11, or if you're up at 4, a.m., I hope you're not emailing people at 4 o'clock. And I sure as well hope that you're not texting people at 4 o'clock because that's just out of order. I don't care how much energy you have. I don't care how much team before 5 a.m. you are, because there's some people out there who are team 5 a.m. and before 5 a.m. I get it. But just because you're up at 4 and 5 a.m., that does not mean that you should be texting people at that time in the morning. It has happened to me. And it's very, I don't want to say traumatizing, because I think we're using that word a whole lot now, but it can be a little traumatic for some people because there are just some hours that you don't contact people, because when you get a call or a text message at wee hours in the morning, what are you thinking about? Something's wrong, right? So you need an easy way for people to book with you and then a quick follow-up. But that's systems. Then your questionnaire should go out seamlessly. Like, we cannot keep doing questionnaires the same old way that we did them back in 2010. Okay? Like, if you are still sending out Word documents and attaching them to emails for people to complete it and send it back to you, you need to talk to your girl. You need to go to clearresourcemarketing.com. Clearresourcemarketing.com. That's where you need to go so that you and I can talk. Okay? You and I need to chit chat. Because you want to systemize your business and don't fall in love with being busy in your business. Like, I had to stop people say, "Tiffany, you're always busy." And I believe that words have power. That is not true. I will be making my millions without being busy all day. All right. So I had to stop people from saying to me, I'm not busy all day. I'm just not available every time you need me. I'm available for my paid clients. But how do I have that structure? That's because I have systems. I used to be team no sleep, but that's unhealthy. I take my tail to bed at night. Okay. I go to bed because I have systems. And guess what? When you have structure in your business, you can get things done in a seamless way. When you have quality control, you are serving your clients to like the premium level that you can do at that point. Okay. And here's how you can be a really great judge of how well you're serving people. Get people that you don't know, survey them and run them through your system. I'll be your tester. Invite me to your path and I can, give you some feedback. Because what happens is we get comfortable because we know all of our clients. Oh, I know all my clients. But you can measure your true growth when you start getting cold leads, when you start getting information and bookings from people that you don't know. That's the mark. That's where you want to reach. You don't want to be in a place where you know all your clients and your customers. Now, of course, once they come on board and they paid you, then duh. But you want to start getting inquiries and bookings from people that you don't know. And we have to be okay with systems in order. We have to be okay with professionalism. So you call somebody and say, hey, can you talk to me tomorrow? Can you send me this? Can you text me? No, I cannot. Here is my system. Here's my website. Go book your consultation. I'll confirm your booking and we'll have a phone call. Should you choose to work with me, I'll send you a quote. I'll send you an invoice. I'll send you a contract, right? Everything flows in that manner. And you should appreciate working with someone who works like that because that's how it goes anywhere else. Don't get comfortable running a hobby. Don't get comfortable just being busy in your business, just doing stuff and you don't have any organization. Because when you're not organized, you're not being professional. I don't care how you want to think about it. You could be nice and still be unprofessional. Somebody put that in the comment box. You could be nice and you could be sweet as pie. Or unsweet, or you can be as nasty as that dessert I had today. But if you have no systems, you're unprofessional. I've seen some very nice, unprofessional people. It's the truth. It is the truth. So I want to invite you all to make sure that you have your systems in place and have a way that you measure the quality of your service. Are you really serving your clients the way you think you're serving? Like, I don't want to get too deep into things. I get excited and I keep talking on and on and on and on and on. But quality is important. If you want people to pay your price, you have to make sure that you are delivering quality service and you are improving your quality. Don't be out here charging $100 for a pencil or a pen and it's not worth that, and your service isn't worth it. I see people throw around that Tiffany & Company paperclip picture sometimes saying, oh, if Tiffany & Company can charge $300 for a paperclip, so can you? No, that's not true. Tiffany & Company can charge that much for their paperclip because they built themselves up to that level. People know them, people like them, people trust them to invest that much money. And their clientele, whatever that paperclip costs, does not matter to their clientele. Their clientele got it. But that's because they have built a business that people respect, trust, and believe in. And that's because their quality is always consistent. Tiffany & Company don't complain. There are some stores you go back and return whatever you want to return. They're not going to argue with you. But when people want to return something to you, what do you do with them? What's your process? If you don't do refunds, what is your process? What is your system that you have in place? I know it's tough to do refunds and returns as a small business, but what is your system in place? How do you take care of your clients seamlessly so that you're not doing the same things over and over and wasting time? Are y'all picking up what I'm dropping down? Now, if you are a coach or a consultant, I want you to go to here. I want you to go to clearresourcemarketing.com. Scroll down a little bit. You're going to see next event. I am doing free systems training for some coaches and consultants. It's no cost, but you do have to apply. That's at clearresourcemarketing.com. I want you to go there. And if you are a coach or a consultant, okay, if you are a coach or if you are a consultant, I want you to go and I'm going to help you with your systems, because I don't care how cute your Instagram is. Your Instagram could be popping. I don't care how cute your photos are. If you don't have organization in your business, if you don't have systems and automation in your business, you're not going to get to the level that you need to get to. You're not going to be able to scale and grow. You're not going to be as profitable as you want to be. Okay, so go to clearresourcemarketing.com. And if you are not the coach or consultant, tag a person who is. Tag someone who is. So thanks for chatting with me. Make sure that you are consistent with your quality. Get better so you can always do better.